Nice to be with you all. I'm
No,
coming to Rome after 5 years, Italy after 5 years. This evening we will discuss change is necessary. So we need to do something. What shall we do tonight? We need to create a cordial atmosphere around us right away. So we will just take 1 minute to greet the person sitting next to us, behind us, front of us, saying, I belong to you. When we want to discuss something very close to our heart, formal atmosphere is not congenial. You need to be in a very informal atmosphere to discuss something very close to our heart. Now I want to ask you a question. When you greeted somebody next to you, did you do it just as a formality sake, or did you really do it? Sometimes we need to ask this question to ourselves. What is life? Where are we heading? What do you want? This very question does something to our consciousness. It opens up. In life, in a day-to-day life, we say so many times thank you, we say so many times sorry. We exchange all these pleasantries, but many times they are just from the lips. They're not coming from deep inside. Huh? But we are not even aware of it. So bringing attention to ourselves makes the change. And the change has to start from within us. We convey more through our presence, less through our words. Is it not your experience? Some people you feel like talking to them more, you want to sit and talk to them. Some other people you just want to avoid. Sometimes you wonder why someone doesn't want to talk to you. Because we convey more through our vibrations. Because the whole world is just vibrations. And this vibration affects our thinking, our feeling, our emotions. In a challenging situation, how to maintain our positive vibration is what we are going to take up today. It's easy to smile when everything is okay. Things are falling apart. If you still hold on to your smile, then there is something you have achieved. And this is what I call the art of it. When you are faced with a challenging situation, a crisis, that is when you need the strength. That is when you need enthusiasm. That is where you need energy. That is where we have to hold on. It's like a doctor who needs to keep himself healthy in spite of spending 15, 18 hours among sick people. And that's something which gives the inner strength to you. Broader vision to you. Is what I call as value, human values, spiritual values. Are you all here still? See, as I'm speaking, in your mind also, the mind also working. The mind says yes, yes, yes. And says no, 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 oh, yes, yes, no, no, no. If we can identify this, what is happening inside us, then we have taken a very big step. So what happens to our mind all the time? Mind is vacillating between the past and the future. We are angry about the past, anxious about the future. Just now I was talking to a journalist. She asked me, what do you do with our youths are so angry or they're anxious, they don't know what to do about the future. What is your advice to them? I said, that is where they need the strength and someone to give them hope. There is enough to everybody's need in this planet. There is enough human values. If you see good people are in big numbers, the bad guys, I don't say the really bad people with bad understanding or awareness. Those so-called bad people are very few in number. But today, the good people are not active, that is the problem. All good-hearted, good-minded people, right-thinking, good-hearted people plunge into action, our society will be so much better. And so this is something that we need to take one look at it. It's one step. Yes, what? Purity in heart, clarity in mind, sincerity in action.
Right.
3 things we have done. And I'll tell you, in such amazing ways, nature will come to our help. God will come to our help. So, the mind is oscillating between the past and the future. Angry about the past, anxious about the future. And to bring that in the present moment is called meditation. If you just, on a holiday, just take 1 hour and see if you in 1 hour, if you just go on talking negative or think negative, you will see at the end of 1 hour you feel so drained and so tired. So if you turn your whole attitude, change the mind, bring the change here, and you see life starts changing. So we have 7 layers of our existence. What are they? Body. We seldom know anything much about our body. Body needs right amount of exercise, food, not just stuff it all the time. Sometimes it needs cleansing. In the science of Ayurveda, there is a lot of things about how to maintain the body and align with the nature. And second dimension we have is breath. Without breath, body has no value. The first thing we did coming into this world is what? Profondo respire. And last thing we did? Expire. So when we came into this world, we started crying, everybody laughed. And when we leave this world, we should go smiling and everyone else should cry. If everyone laughs when you go, you have not lived life well. But there is no fun in going also crying. Crying. At least while going, you should laugh. This is for sure. We are all going to go. Anybody has a plan to stay for 1,000 years? Good luck to you. So, how to keep smiling? How to find the inner strength? How to change the circumstance, situation around us? Yeah? This is a question that haunts people who are woken up. I say the second dimension, breath. Breath has a lot of secrets to offer us. Huh? And then the third dimension is mind. Our body is like the wick of a candle. Candle is there. If I put a glass on top of this, it is alive only as long as there is oxygen. Similarly, I take you and put a glass on you, be alive only as long as the oxygen is there. So our mind is very similar to the light. So mind is the third, the body, breath and mind. What is mind? You looking at me? Are you hearing? So that which we taste, we smell, we see, we hear, that aspect of energy, consciousness in us is mind. And then there is a fourth aspect, that is judging, discriminating, saying yes, saying no, I don't agree, I agree. All this is the intellect. Then you have memory. If you are given 10 compliments and 1 insult, what do you remember more? Huh? You'll forget all 10 compliments, remember 1 insult. But 10 years of marriage, good time you may have had 9 years, 1 year bad time stands up. So the intellect and then memory. Memory is what? Our memory always goes around something that is negative, holds on to it. Children don't do that. Children are crying, the tears are still on their cheek and they smile. A baby smiles 400 times a day. Adolescent smiles 17 times. An adult not necessarily smile every day. My mission is to put a smile on every face. And then the next layer after memory is ego. One of the biggest problem in the world. Ego means we create a wall between us and the other. You know, a wall we create. Did we come to this world with walls? All children, see how this mix with everybody. They are at home with everybody. You know, as children, we never had walls. Then we started building walls between us and the other. In the wall we write age, you know, many type of prejudice come. Prejudice against gender, age, language, religion. All these prejudice we bring up in life. We should drop the prejudice, then you are the real humanness comes from us. And then there is something in us that doesn't change at all. Doesn't change. Everything changes. Our body has changed, our mind has changed, our emotions have changed, people have changed. But there is some reference point, something deep inside you that doesn't change at all. That is self, that is the spirit. Latching on to it is what I call the knowledge, the wisdom. So, a disease-free body, confusion-free mind, inhibition-free intellect, trauma-free memory, and the ego that is all-encompassing is the birthright of every human being. See, our life on this planet is so short. We live here, say, 80, 90 years. Half the time we spend in sleeping. In this short span of life, I don't understand why people kill each other, why people are sad and depressed, why they are so selfish. Isn't it? You know, because they are sleeping. Somewhere their spirit is sleeping. They wake up, they see there is not enough time to love, to spread love in the planet. How can someone hate anybody? Huh? What is it? So, let's learn how we can change, how we can start the change. You don't have to behave like a slot machine. That something happens, you behave in the same pattern. Not necessary. You can say, no, I'm going to be different. I'm not, if someone is insulting me, I'm not just going to be angry. Today, let me smile at it. You know how people, when they're stuck in traffic jam, they get so upset and angry. They don't need to do that. That's where the meditation, breathing exercise, yoga, all these are immense help. Now I'm open to questions. If you have some questions, we'll take for a few minutes. What is the essentiality of happiness? One is know that any situation that is making you unhappy is not going to stay permanent, it's going to go. Yeah, number one. Second, see that there are people who are much more miserable than you, bigger problem than you. If you're ready to serve them, your problem will become minimum. You know, there is a mantra to get depressed. You want to know? It's, what about me, what about me, what about me, what about me? What about us? We're all going to go under the ground one day. Please elaborate on the balance of doing good for others when we don't feel like doing it. You know, I've seen many people, many social workers, many nuns, many fathers, they do so much good work, but they get so exhausted. When the spirit is exhausted, then they go depression. They don't want to do anything. I would tell them, do some breathing exercise to recuperate yourself. Do a little bit of yoga and do some meditation like what we did. You know, your energy comes up back. Yeah? So you will not face the burn down. Otherwise, people doing social work, they get a burnout. Self-centering is so hard and painful. How can I get rid of my greediness? You know, when you think this is very difficult, you will not do it at all. You should take it as a challenge. What is not difficult? What is so difficult for me? I can do it. And when that vigor in you is awoken, then you get all strength to do something good. You know, there was a time when people took pride in giving, not in just taking. Joy in getting is niño. But joy in giving is a mature joy. Dear Guruji, what do you do when you lose faith and trust in God? You know, there are three types of trust. One is trust in yourself, trust in the goodness of people around you, and trust in a power which you don't know. All these three trusts is essential in life. So, if you have trust in yourself and the trust in the goodness of people around you or in the society, trust in God. I've spoken about this also. You should just go in the Google on trust. But you know one thing, to know trust, you should know what doubt is. A doubt is always about something that is positive. So don't force the trust on you. Just understand what the doubt is. You know, if someone tells you, I love you so much, you ask them, really? If someone tells you, I'm angry at you, you don't ask them, really? So you doubt the love. Similarly, if someone asks you, are you happy? Say, well, I'm not sure. But you are so sure about your depression. And the same way, we doubt in the honesty of a person. We never doubt in someone's dishonesty. If someone says, that lady is very dishonest, you will believe it. You don't ask the proof. So that man is a fraud. Oh, okay. You take it. You never doubt the negative. You doubt only the positive. Someone says, so-and-so is a very good person. You say, is it really? How do you know? The goodness. We doubt in the honesty of people. We doubt in our own joy. We doubt the love. And so we doubt God. God is not bad thing. That's why you doubt. Think about it. Very nice.
Grazie.
Gracias. Gracias.